Hello everyone, I am Michael Malak. Um, I am here to present my Tableau 2 project. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to look at is the data. So we can see here we have a lot of columns. We have country, region, state, zip code, city, sales, state, zip code, city, sales, department, item, sales date, sales, and profit. So there are really two columns here that are not very important, which are country. They are all in the U.S. So you're not gonna find a country like Egypt or Jamaica or some other country. They're all gonna be in the U.S. I feel like this is useless. If there were other countries, maybe there's or places in other countries, this would be useful. But as of now, I think this is very not useful. And the second one is the state sales date. The sales date is all in 1 month. If you can see it goes January 2nd, and the 3rd, and the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 12th, 13th, so on. So it only gets to 13, and it's only in January. So there's not many dates or especially years you can look at. So that's not very important to be there, but that's also something that shouldn't. It's not very useful to us. But the rest of these are. We have the region, and we have the states. We have the zip codes. We don't really use zip codes too much. This is too much detail. It would be very too much clustered. But we do look at states, and we do look at regions. We look at all the departments, the item's name, and the sales and the profit. Okay. So our first worksheet, it shows here all of our regions. It shows the central, the east, the south, the west, and it shows each department and how much profit is being made in each department. Each department has a certain profit, and on the side here it shows the sales in each region. So for example, the south region is making a certain amount of sales. The east region is making a certain amount of sales. So the sales are on our y-axis and our profit is on the x-axis. Okay? And the color is labeled over here if you can see. So lotions would be the red, orange would be hair, and blue would be body. The next shows all items in each department and how much profit they make in each region. So we had the same thing as the other worksheet, but this worksheet goes a little bit more in detail, showing the items of each department or companies, you can say. Next is, so after looking at these two worksheets, we see that in one region there's a very high profit. There's a high product activity. So this is why we narrow it in the third worksheet to central. So in the central, we narrow central because there's so much profit. And on the side, it shows the states only in the central region. And it shows all of the items in each department and the profits on the bottom. And here's the profit map, and it just narrows or shows the central and all of a geographical map. And our interactive dashboard is very nice. See, if we can hit here, it'll show us Texas. So if we hit the South Dakota, it'll show us South Dakota. It'll show us the items in each department and its profit, and in the central region because that's where we're looking at. Our stories. So most of the worksheets are imported, but what's different here is we narrow it down to each department. So we see that hair care is the most important. So we see here that Texas has the most hair care, and here shows our map, and the same with the other one. So we We know Texas is the most, so we would like to compare others. So we have Wisconsin, Missouri, and Illinois. And that is it. Thank you so much. So we want to see, right? So we are looking at the first one is Texas. Texas is the most, right? We see Texas here, the profit of each item in each department in the central region. So we know Texas is the most. Now we would like to compare others that are in high profit areas. So we have Wisconsin here. Same thing, we see the profit. And then we have Missouri here. And we also see their profits, and they're in the central region. And we have Illinois. Illinois, also we do the same thing. We look and we see it since it also is in the high profit region. There's a lot of things we learned about Tableau, especially in this project. We see, if we go back to our profit map, what we can really see out of everything is that Texas is the outlying state. It has the most profit for any item in any department in the central region out of all of them. So this is something that Tableau has helped us realize. I really learned a lot of things about Tableau, especially how we can customize our charts and our graphs. It really helps us come to a conclusion, and it really helps us show what kind of data we need and what kind of data we don't. Thank you so much.